Hello there. You might have seen our Cyberpunk 2077 inspired mod in our recent video, and we thought that you'd want to take a closer look. And if you haven't seen the video yet and want to check it out, we'll put the link somewhere over there. My name is Samuel Caprani and I'm the creator of this Cyberpunk 2077 build, and today I'm going to go through a few of the key features. When I was given the opportunity to make Fierce PC's biggest ever PC mod, Cyberpunk 2077 was the obvious choice. Not only have I been a fan of CD Projekt Red and their games for quite a while, the name alone just sounds so cool. This project, like the game, has been delayed a few times. Initially things were a little bit tricky as there wasn't much content to go off or to use as inspiration, but because of the delays it has enabled me to see more content, more graphics, more visuals that I've used to make the build evolve. To start with, I needed a case, and not many cases provide as much room as the 1000D, which just gave me ample opportunity to really pack this build with anything I could think of. After deciding on the case and speaking to Corsair, they loved the idea so much that they decided to supply a huge number of parts for this build. We will be doing a detailed Q&A video next week to go over the full spec of the system, but for now I'm going to go through some of the key features like these huge Corsair radiators. Corsair's branding is yellow, Cyberpunk's branding is yellow. It was the perfect match. Now I'd seen a few mods for the game already, but they were all a bit too clean, and I wanted to rough things up a little bit. Using a few different painting techniques, I managed to weather the yellow radiators that you see here to give them a more used and rough look. When a few of the other brands we worked with heard what we were doing, they wanted a piece of the action as well. So AMD stepped up and provided us with a Ryzen 9 3950X processor. So not only does this system look good, it means it can perform to the highest standards as well. The next brand to join the party was Asus Republic of Gamers, who provided us with two Strix 2080 Ti's to make sure this system gets you all the frames you can in Cyberpunk 2077. And to get some blistering load times, Seagate provided us with a FireCuda 520 M.2 drive. One of the more noticeable features is the custom Samurai front plate. In my head, what I imagined was this Neo Tokyo dystopian billboard that would fit right in the streets of Night City. To accomplish this, I replaced the smoked glass front panel that was already on the case with this neon light edge acrylic. After downloading loads of images from the game, the Samurai logo really stood out to me, and it is definitely one of my favourites. After adding a few extra features, I sent it off to get laser etched, and it came back looking really nice. Once I'd mounted the front panel, it felt like it was kind of missing a little something. So I had this idea that this screen needed to be coming from somewhere. Some kind of frame or power source that would supply the light for this. So I 3D printed a custom frame to go around the edge to make it look like these elements were projecting the panel. One feature you might not have noticed is the 7-inch touchscreen panel mounted in the rear of the case, which I guess technically makes this the most powerful modified tablet in the world. Obviously we can't end this video without talking about the Cyberpunk PSU shroud. This actually took a lot longer to make than you might think. And one of the reasons it took so long was that this case is so tough I had to actually purchase new Dremel bits just to get through the shroud. In comparison, the Cyberpunk logo is actually quite easy to do. To get it as accurate as possible, I used a vinyl cutter and applied a stencil over the shroud and then carefully airbrushed the black logo on. One thing I'm really quite proud of with the shroud is how I've used the Corsair Lighting Node Pro to create a custom lighting effect that really looks like the power's coming from this PSU. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed working on this project. We're hoping to take this build to a few shows in the future when they start back up, so you might actually get a chance to see this in the flesh. We have only just scratched the surface on this build, and we hope you have loads more questions for us. If you do, put them in the comments below and we'll do our best to answer as many as we can in a Q&A video next week. Or if you've just got a new idea for the next big crazy project we can work on, let us know, and I'll see you in the next video.